Okay, let's just go right to the passage here. Saeed lives with his mother and father. On cloudless nights after a daytime rain, Saeed's father would sometimes bring out the telescope, and the family would sip green tea on their balcony, enjoying a breeze, and take turns to look up at objects whose light often had been emitted before any of these three viewers had been born. Light from other centuries, only now reaching Earth. So I want to say something like getting to, arriving at, right? Something like that. It's light. It's coming from a planet or whatever coming here. So, arriving at. See? I promise you, I am not looking at those choices before I think about that. And I'm doing that on purpose because I want my instinct to kind of just give me something. And sometimes it doesn't, and it doesn't panic me because the choices are there if I need them. But I really want to get my instinct to lead me in a certain direction before I start getting biased by the answer choices. Because remember, these are all potential definitions of this word because we're not asking about difficult vocab words here. We're asking about very common words that have multiple meanings. And so the context matters and all those things. And so I'm trying to kind of fill in the blank the best I can on my own before I let the answer choices bias me. So arriving at is perfect. I should look at the other ones. Consulting with, they're not, to consult means to kind of talk with, right? To kind of get advice from someone. So they're not only now consulting with Earth. What does that even mean? How does light talk with Earth? It doesn't make any sense. Running to, that's kind of close. I could see someone picking that who's maybe not a native English speaker just because you're like, like it's hurrying its way from the star to Earth. But no, it's not running. Light doesn't run. Like, don't be metaphorical here. It's arriving. That's a much more neutral kind of word for what we're talking about. And it's not clinging to Earth. It's light. It doesn't like attach to things. So that doesn't make any sense either. So yeah, A is the only one that makes sense, but I'm proud of myself a little bit for having that instinct originally, but I had that without looking at the choices. So if you get those moments, that's great. But don't force those. If you don't have that instinct, if you don't feel like you're getting it, that's okay. The choices are there and you can kind of just sub them in and see how they sound.